Okay, everyone. Today I'm going to make a pattern of this placemat, which everybody's been asking me, how did I make it? I don't know how to write out the pattern, so I'm going to try to record myself so you guys can see it, how I made it. This is the one that I posted that everybody's been asking for. I also made a different color. Let me show you guys. I also made this one in green. And I made one in white. The white one is pretty. It looks very delicate, very nice. Alright, so for this, I am going to use my crochet hook, which is of F of 4mm. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a 4mm, and I'm gonna use for this video to show you guys. I love this yarn. It's from Hobby Lobby. Let me get my yarn together. Alright, and we are going to start with a magic circle or magic ring, whatever you call it. I myself sometimes have trouble making it. If you don't know how to make a magic circle or magic ring, just chain 5 and start from there. Okay? So here we are going to go up chain 2, which is going to give us the height of the crochet, of the double crochet. We are going to do 11 double crochet inside the magic circle, including this one, which will be 12. Okay, that's 2, that's 3, 4. So do 11, and with this one will be 12, and I'll meet you guys back when we're done. Okay, so I completed my 12 double crochet inside the magic circle or the magic ring. We're gonna just close it, pull, close it, get your hook back in there, and these 2 chains that we made, we're gonna go into the second one, and we're gonna go slip stitch in there. Okay, and that's the beginning. Now we're gonna chain 1, 2, in that same spot where I started, that chain 2, we're gonna go back in there and double it. Next one, we're gonna double it. So this whole round will be 2 double crochet in each double crochet from the previous row. So instead of having 12, we will have 24. Okay, so double all the way around until we meet back here to do the next row. Okay, so we're back at the end of this row, and there's a stitch right there, that little hole. That's where you're gonna make your last 2. 23, 24. Okay, now these chain 2, we're gonna go back in those chain 2, and we're gonna slip stitch. Okay, and the way that I am starting it with a chain 2 is because at the end that will give us a seamless circle. You won't have to see the seam. So for the next thing, I'm gonna go here in the next one, gonna loop right through and chain 1. That's going to give us our starting point. Here in the same space that I just did that, I'm going to double crochet. In the next one, 1 double crochet. In the next one, 2 double crochet. Next one, 1 double crochet, next one, 2 double crochet, okay, so that's going to be the pattern. We started with 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and we're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you guys over here. Okay guys, so we're here at the end of our third row. We need to finish with 1 crochet because we started with 2. So we're going to go back into that second chain that we started. We're going to slip stitch and close it. We're going to go to the next stitch right next to it. We're going to go in, loop it, pull the thread, chain 1 and chain 1. That will give us the beginning of our next row. Hold on, let me pull my thread a little bit. In that same spot, we are going to double crochet. That will be 2. Next one, chain 1. Next one, sorry, double crochet. 1 more. Next, we're gonna double, 2 double crochets in 1. So the pattern will be 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 2 double crochet is the pattern of this row. So this is the pattern: 2, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2. So that's the way for the pattern for this row. So go all the way around, and I'll meet you guys over here to finish. Okay guys, so I'm almost at the end of this row. So we have 2 doubles, and then we're gonna double crochet here, and that little spot right there, because we need to end with 2 singles because we started with 2 doubles. Okay, and then this chain 2 here, we are going to slip stitch into that one. So we're going to end like this. This stitch right here, we're going to go in it, grab your thread, pull it. You're going to have 2 loops, grab thread, pull it, and then chain 2, which will be the height of a double crochet. Okay, then the next one will be 2 double crochet. Hold on, let me do that again. This one will be 2 double crochets together. Next one will be 1 double crochet. Next, 2 double crochet. 1 double crochet. 2 double crochet together in the same spot. So this will be the pattern. We start with 1, the next one with double crochet, next one 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. We're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you guys here at the end to finish. Okay guys, so we're back, so we could do the ending together. So I'm here in my last couple of stitches, which was 2 and 1. So we have to end with double because we started with 1. So that little hole right there, this little space there, you're gonna double it. Okay, so push it in, put 2 double crochets in there. Okay, then you're gonna close it and the 3rd chain to the top, because here we did 3. So you're gonna slip stitch into that one. Okay, so that's the end. Let me guys get you back a little bit. And there we go. So here we are gonna go, we're not gonna go to the next step like we did. We're gonna take this same one, we're gonna do front post, we're gonna loop over, gonna have 2 loops, slip 1, 2, and 3. That's gonna be the beginning of this row. Okay, here we have 2 double crochet. We're going to go into the middle right here. We're going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, which is going to be a V. Next one is a single. We're gonna do front post, double crochet. Next one is the 2 double crochets together. We're gonna go into the middle of those double crochet, and we're gonna do a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same spot for a V-stitch. Next one is a single crochet. We're gonna front post, grab a yarn, double crochet. Next one is double. We're gonna go right in the middle of those 2 double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Next one is a front post, double crochet. Okay, so the pattern here it is, we started with 3, we did a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, we did a front post, V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double in the same spot, we did a front post, a V, front post, V. Okay, so that's the way that this pattern, and this is the beginning of the pattern for that flower. Okay, so go all the way around, and I'll meet you guys back over here. Okay guys, so this is how it looks so far. Okay, so we're gonna finish together. So I did my front post. Okay, so we have 2 doubles in there, so we're gonna make a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. Okay, we're gonna come up here to the 3rd chain, and we're gonna slip stitch, and that's the end of this row. That's how it looks. For the next row, we're gonna do exactly the same thing. So we're gonna go again, front post, grab yarn, and chain 2. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. Next one, V-stitch over V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double, front post, or on top of front post, V-stitch on top of V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, front post on top of front post. Okay, we got a V, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same spot to create that V. Here we got a front post. We're going to do the front post on top of front post, V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, so this is the next row. Same thing, and I'll meet you guys over here at the end to finish and start the next one. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so we're at the end of this row. I just did my front post. We got to finish up with the V-stitch, double crochet into that V-stitch, chain 1, double crochet. Okay, we're going to go to the beginning, slip stitch to the beginning of those 3, and that's the way it looks. Actually, this is the whole pattern for this placemat. The only thing that's going to be changing is those V-stitches. Either we're going to add extra V-stitch or we're going to add extra chain, which is the front post will always stays the same. That's what's going to make it expand and start giving you that flower effect. Okay, so we already did row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so for row 8, it's going to change a little bit, not that much, but okay, so we go front post, okay, front post, loop, take yarn, yarn through, chain 2. Okay, we're going to go to the V-stitch right here, and we're going to go double crochet into the middle, chain 2, double crochet back into that V-stitch. Okay, front post, double crochet, next V-stitch, double crochet to the middle of that V-stitch, chain 2, and double crochet back into that V-stitch. Front post, middle of that V-stitch, double crochet, chain 2, back into that V-stitch, double crochet. So what's changing here is that chain 2. We're going to do the same thing, front post over front post, V-stitch over V-stitch. The difference is we're going to have 2 chains now. Okay, let's do that row, and then we're going to come back all the way around, and I'll meet you guys over here again. Okay, so we're back to finishing this row. So we did almost the same as the previous, but just between the V-stitch we chained 2, and front post over front post, V-stitch, chaining 2 in between. Okay, so we're here at the end, so we could finish up. I did my front post over front post. I'm on my last V-stitch, double crochet, chain 2, back into that V-stitch, double crochet. Okay, we're going to come to the top of the 3 chains that we started. We're going to slip stitch, if I could get a grip, and this is the way this is looking so far. See, starting to get that shape. Okay, now the next row is different. It's going to change. We're going to go front post, yarn through, you have 2 loops, yarn through, chain 2. Okay, we're going to go inside here. We're going to go double crochet, another double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and double crochet in the same spot. Okay, so we did a double V-stitch, so we chain 3, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, front post over front post. Okay, we're going to go back to that V-stitch, double crochet, double crochet again in the same spot, chain 1, double crochet in the same spot, and another double crochet in the same spot. See, we're going to do one more. Okay, so we're going to go front post over front post. We're going to go V-stitch, double crochet, double crochet again in the same spot. Hold on, my yarn got tangled up. Let's do that again. So we did 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same spot, chain 1, back into that V-stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. So in that V-stitch will be 4 double crochet with chain 1 between 2. So it'll be 2 groups. Okay, so we're going to go front post over front post. Okay, we come to another V-stitch, double crochet, another double crochet in the same spot, chain 1, double crochet, and another double crochet. Okay, so that's the pattern. Chain 3, go to that V-stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet in the same spot. Front post over front post, then we're going to go again, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet on top of the previous V-stitch. Front post over front post, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, front post. So that's the pattern for this row. So let's go all the way around and I'll meet you guys back over here. Okay guys, so we're at the end of this row. So let's do the finishing touches. So we're gonna front post over front post, V-stitch, double crochet, another double crochet in the same spot, chain 1, chain 1, chain 1 and double crochet and another double crochet. Okay, so that's the way this is looking so far. Let's close it up in that chain 3 slip stitch. Okay, and we're gonna go back front post. We're always gonna start front post, yarn through, you have 2 loops in your chain, yarn through and chain 2. Okay, and we're gonna go back into, we're gonna repeat the same row that we just did. So double crochet inside the V-stitch, 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet, and V-stitch over V-stitch. Front post over front post, sorry. We're going to go into the V-stitch, double crochet, another double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same spot, and double crochet in the same spot, front post over front post, and another V-stitch just like that one, double crochet, another double crochet in the same spot, chain 1 and a double crochet, and last one. Okay, so this row is going to be exactly like the previous row we just did. Okay, do your row and I'll meet you back over here guys to end and start the next one. Okay guys, so we're coming to the end of this row. Okay, I did all my rows around. Okay, see, it's already giving you that pattern, that flower pattern. Okay, so I'm almost at the end here. I just did my V-stitch, so I'm gonna go front loop over front loop, double crochet. This is my last V-stitch, double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 chain 1, double crochet again in the same spot, and double crochet again. Okay, so again we're gonna finish with that chain 3, the slip stitch into that, and we're done. The next row is gonna be exactly like this, but with 2 chain 2 in the middle of those V-stitch. Okay, so we're gonna loop through, grab your yarn, 2 loops, grab your yarn, go through, chain 2. We're gonna do another V-stitch on top of that V-stitch, double crochet, another double crochet, chain 2, go back into that V-stitch, double crochet, and another double crochet. Okay, we're going to go back to that front post and do another front post. we're going to go to that V-stitch, double crochet in the same spot, chain 2, and double crochet and double crochet. So the pattern for this row, it will be the same thing, 2 double crochet and chain 2, 2 double crochet, front post over front post, okay, and then 2 double crochet inside the V, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and front post on top of front post, double crochet 1, double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet, another double crochet inside that V, my yarn is getting all tangled up, and front post again. So that's the pattern for this row. I told you guys it's the only thing that's going to be changing are those V stitches. We're going to add more double crochet, we're going to add more chains in the middle, which is going to make it starting to expand. Right now, let me see if I could give you a different angle. Open it up for you guys so you guys can see what it looks like. So see, that's the way it looks so far. So it's opening up, it's getting bigger. We're going to keep adding and building until we get to the one that everybody was asking me how to do. Okay, finish up this row, go all the way around, finish up this row, and I'll meet you guys over here.